am Bill S. Preston, Esquire.
And I'm Ted. Oh, Bill, take this.
Oh, okay.
And I'm Ted, Theodore Logan.
Yeah! And together, we are Wyld Stallyns!
And I'm John Carlos, and together with Tracy and Lindsay, we're going to review NECA's action figure set of Bill and Ted. Before we get to the review, I got to do the obligatory unboxing. First up, here's a closer look at the figures themselves, where we could take a better look at some of the details that have gone into the making of these, as far as like the sculpt and the paint. You can see that, you know, like the laces are really well painted on the shoes. The shoes on the whole are painted well. A lot of interesting details on the outfits themselves. Some kind of basic tailoring. Sometimes the tailoring doesn't always, you know, read like let's say his shirt there does not really read like a t-shirt collar. It just looks like it's got some stitching lines. But on the whole, the costumes look pretty good. You can judge for yourself about the details of the fabric. We'll talk about the details, you know, in a moment. But just here's a look overall at, you know, the kind of stitching, the kind of work we're looking at, and the heads themselves, which you know, kind of have a stylized look to them. They're definitely, you know, not cartoony in that they do have kind of, you know, humanoid sculpting to them, humanish, but they're definitely expressive, like overly expressive. But I think the sculpt on the hair looks pretty good. The kind of black base with a kind of lighter brown kind of paint, lightly kind of painted over it, looks pretty good. The paint on the mouth and eyeballs is good, as is the paint on Bill's head here. Again, very expressive. A little bit cartoony, sure, exaggerated, but captures the essence of their personalities right there. Eyeball paint, eyebrow paint is good. The hair paint, the hair sculpt is fantastic on this. Again, a light brown base, kind of blonde highlights really do, you know, show that off. You can see like his stomach there and his arms, how basic plastic they are, contrasted with the more detailed hands that have been sculpted, and then the very noticeable stitching on the shirt wrapped around his waist, the stitching on his pants. But again, the details on here are pretty good, including the painting on the shoelaces there. Really strong work. Some nice details on here that have been captured from the costume-specific details from the movie. Now, these figures might have some stylized facial expressions, but one thing they don't have is cartoony accessories. They come with two guitars. We have Ted's guitar here, and it's pretty realistic looking, and there's some pretty good like paint to like achieve the essence of like of wood. You get little like wood striped lines going on there. The brown looks good. The strings look good. There's no like warping to this. I like the kind of metal plate on the back, the details at the top of the neck. All in all, looks really good, and it comes with this little strap, which I'll attach in a moment. And then we get Bill's guitar. Again, very nice paint. The brown and the fading as it gets closer to the center looks good. All the details on there look really nice. This is really solid looking. And then I'll just assemble these straps, you know, and connect them to the guitar now. You gotta stretch that little hole over the peg, but it does stretch alright. So I mean, assembling these is relatively easy. Certainly not hard, it just takes a little bit of a pull, and yeah, there you go. As a nice little bonus, this figure set comes with a little like foldy assembly phone booth, which I won't bore you with the details. Just through the magic of editing, it will be assembled now. Wow, amazing, right? Now this phone booth is just, you know, printed on a little like thin cardboardy papery stuff, nothing fancy. The design of it though, I mean, as far as what's like printed on here, it's pretty cool looking. I like that they added like little streak lines on the sides of the glass. You know, won't blow your mind, there's nothing on top, there's no time travel antenna on top. Doesn't really open, but it is a nice little perk. Like, NECA didn't need to make this, so I'll give them props for making a fun little thingy. I'll just put Ted with his guitar next to this, and Bill, so you can kind of get a sense of the entire display of what you're getting when and if you buy this. ankle joints do help stabilize the figures considerably. They do look pretty cool here next to the phone booth. My dream is that NECA makes an actual phone booth that can like open up and you can actually put your figures in. But as far as, you know, making this goes, it's nice. Now here they are with Rufus, the whole set. That Rufus was available with a Scream Factory or Shout Factory's Blu-ray set. But if you like seeing stuff all together, here they are all together. So yay! Alright, so you guys have cosplayed Bill and Ted before. You're obviously big fans. Lay it on me. What'd they get right? What'd they get wrong?
You want to start?
Who wants to go?
I'll start. So, Bill, there's some good stuff. The best, I think, is on the back. We get the Wyld Stallion and the bee pressed in, which totally looks like Ted drew it on the back of Bill's shirt when they were in class one day. So that's good. And they got his boxers, the checked boxers, which is cool, even though they're the wrong color. They missed a few things. I don't know why there's not a print on the shirt. I feel like there should be. But we got red shoelaces. All in all, they missed some things, but they got some good things right.
Yeah, it still looks like Bill.
Definitely.
It's not horrifyingly wrong. What about Ted?
Same with Ted. His face sculpt, like, looks like Ted, so yay. Mm-hmm. But then they also got some stuff wrong. Like, I'm going to assume that they couldn't get the rights to use his Van Halen logo. But I would have liked for them to at least attempt to put something there, just like a colored square. Just something to represent that it's supposed to have something on it.
Yeah, like an out-of-focus design that resembles that. Yeah.
And then he doesn't have Wyld Stallions written down his sleeve. He's missing his gray and red socks. But in the end, I'm holding a Ted action figure, and that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, these are supposed to be kind of reminiscent of, like, MeCA stylized figures, so, like, that's why, like, the bodies, like, the arms are so, like, plastic and smooth, but then, like, his hands are, like, super, like, veiny and sculpted and detailed. It's like NECA pretty much adds, like, more stylized, detailed NECA heads and hands over, like, more retro cloth bodies. And for the most part, I think they look cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they look great together. Oh.
Yeah.
Speaking of together, it would have been nice if they had a height difference.
They're the same height.
Like, put Ted up here.
That's
Bill is
better.
totally shorter.
A lot shorter.
Yeah.
Also, his shorts under his shorts.
Yeah, they're
white.
wrong. Yeah, they're white when they should be gray.
Right. Yeah. I think, like, you as a collector have to consider, like, how much detail is it worth to you? Like, if someone like Hot Toys made these, yeah, like, the pattern on the shirt would be amazing, but these aren't $200 figures. They're, like, smaller, basic action figures. So, whether you value the print on the shirt or not, that's at your discretion. But there's no denying these look like Bill and Ted.
It's Bill.
I like their expressive, like, overly cartoony kind of faces. Mm-hmm. I think they're rad.
Yeah, I like them.
And adding the phone booth words was a nice touch. I mean, it's just a little cardboard thingy, but still, it's neat. Mm-hmm. So in the end, thumbs up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, all right. Would you say they're excellent?
Most. Triumphant.
They're non-heinous. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll throw up the links to follow Lindsay and Tracy on their Instagrams and their whatnots and their who's-its. Be excellent to each other.
Party on.
Party on, dudes.
Ted, we're totally at your house.
No way!
Yes way, Ted!
Bill, now we're totally at your house.
Excellent!
Bill?
What?
Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.